Just to follow up on the comments you gave about this strike in Kyiv in the hospital. Obviously, this has happened very quick, only a few hours ago. Could you talk us through how you're able to come to those kind of solid conclusions about, this is a Russian attack. We've seen this pattern. We see it fits the pattern. In this case, what is the process for you to be able to sort of state with so much kind of confidence what's happening?
Well, so give me a break. There's no one else lobbing missiles at Ukraine right now.
Right.
There's no one else launching attacks at Ukraine. So I think it's pretty clear that it came from Russia.
But you probably can guess what I'm getting at is, in the other situation that we're often talking about in Gaza, when there are strikes, there have been strikes that have hit hospitals, other facilities, universities. In those cases, and in some cases, U.S. weapons are actually involved in those strikes, but you've been pretty unable in a lot of those cases to say definitively what happened. Why the disparity there about your sort of information gathering?
We see Israel, Rafah is completely destroyed and people are dying. Israel is just grabbing land in the West Bank. It's really doing a lot of things. Would you be agreeable to any other state doing what Israel has done, let's say, in the past 48 hours or the past 72 hours or the past week and so on against Palestinians, whether in Gaza or in the West Bank? I mean, wouldn't you be outraged? I mean, we hear reports by Israeli soldiers themselves. They're saying they were killing children because they were bored.
The United Nations warned of widespread starvation in Gaza all the way back in December. We've had aid organizations and relief groups. We've said over and over again that Israel is using starvation as a tactic of war. You've had 12 US government employees who've resigned, and they accuse the US government of undeniable complicity in the starvation of Palestinians. Doctors we've spoken to at Al Jazeera have told us that they, in part, also blame the US government for the horrors that they are seeing. How do you respond to the allegations of complicity of the US government, and what more will it take for the US to stop Israeli military funding?
We're going to continue to work day and night to get humanitarian assistance and recognizing all the barriers, working to try to overcome them. And every time we do, something else pops up and we work to overcome that too. And that's what we're going to continue to do.
So just to follow up on that, the latest IPC report actually says that 96% of the population of Gaza is facing acute food insecurity,
which is what I just
crisis
said,
level or higher.
dire. Yeah.
So it's still very dire, and you've spoken about what the US has done, but the US also continues to be the biggest funder of Israeli military, and under US law, it is required that any country receiving military support must not obstruct the flow of humanitarian aid during war. And every major rights group, from the United Nations to Human Rights Watch, has said that Israel is using starvation as a tactic of war. Do you disagree with them? And are you, final question, are you not afraid of completely losing legitimacy?
Let me just answer that.
Hypocritical when it comes to supporting human rights in one country, but not when it comes to Palestinians.